Hello, good morning. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. I bet more than let me know if you can hear me. Eh? How's everybody doing? Good morning, greetings, everyone. Thank you for coming. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. This is gonna be a quick one today. I just thought, you know what, let me bring this to my village family today, and then we'll take it from there. As the title suggests, una siam, abi, una siam. So apparently, Agbado has counter appealed Atiku, saying that he also forged his certificate. When two elephants fight, who suffers? The grass. Now the grass, now they suffer. That's what we're witnessing right now. It's hilarious. It really is that we have come to this point where forgery is now the topic of discussion amongst Nigerians, making it look like those who actually went to school suffered. Those of us that use lantern to read, to study, all we did was rubbish. Okay? That's what they are telling you. So this is Agbado is a typical example of the worst ruling over the best of us. Eh? The worst of us ruling over the best of us. Please, how can we continue and allow this to happen right before our eyes? You understand what I'm saying? Me, I'm not suggesting anybody should go and do anything, but I'm just asking. Abi, somebody can shall ask question. Abi, hmm. Because I'm not understanding how an individual, one individual will be more powerful than the entire state put together. It doesn't make any sense. Welcome, Atlantic. Greetings to you. It doesn't make any sense. One person just wields so much power, and everybody's just folding their hands and looking at it happening. Eh? It doesn't make any sense at all. How can one man just hold a state captured? Nobody can talk to him. Nobody can. Do you know how much these people are looting from your treasury every day? By the time we know what's happening, anyway, it is already gone. We can all agree Nigeria is gone. My wish now is I wish the southern leaders can just unite. That's just my wish. Look at what Governor Oti is doing. I don't even want to talk so much about that man. They don't already put eye for the man. I'm sure they're already planning how ways to sabotage him, ways to take him out of office. I'm very, very sure about that because the man is moving with speed of lightning. He's doing so many great things for his people. Can't the southern leaders be like that? I don't understand. A section of the country has just decided this is Nigeria, we'll do it however we want. And they're just doing whatever they like. And people are folding their hands and watching it happen in real time. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything. Everybody is just watching. It's right in front of you, unfolding. Nobody is saying anything about it. Your judiciary is corrupt. Everybody, some people, I hear some people saying, oh, the Supreme. I don't give a hoot about the Supreme Court. They're the same people. Have you not heard? They have elected one man, I think he's from Calabar, wherever they say he's, or even I think he's from the east or something like that. So that when they do their filthy job, it will be that it's their brother that did it. What is wrong with Southern leaders? Don't they see the handwriting on the wall? Ah, God. Eh, well, make I play one short video for us. We cannot stop talking. We continue to talk. They like, we go shall do our own. We must talk. We must talk because it's paining them. As they pain them, na so we go dey talk and dey go. We will continue to talk. We will talk whether they like it or not. We must talk. Sorry, oh, I'm waiting for the commercial. So, let me know if you can see my screen. Welcome, Esther. How you doing? Please let me know if you can see my screen. Let me get a yes. Before I start the video, can you guys see my screen? Can anybody see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? Okay, well, let me start the video. I'm assuming that everybody can.
And
Yes,
they're
now.
all sorts of names, and
Yeah, look, Aisha,
Mm.
the true idiot is the person who does not learn from history.
Mm.
That's the true idiot. I am blessed to have lived a full cycle. I've been here before. I was here in 1993. That's where we're back in 1993. In the immediate aftermath of the election, I remember making this point. But a lot of people didn't hear me because they were emotional, and also because a lot of us have learned to subjectify the truth. Because it is Mr. A, it is no longer true. But when it is Mr. B, it becomes true. I have seen some of my dear friends who have celebrated the electoral theft by Tinubu, not necessarily because they love Tinubu, but because they have taught themselves to hate Peter Obi, and they imagine that it is Peter Obi's loss. They conveniently ignore the fact that it is our collective loss. If Peter Obi becomes the standard by which you tell the truth, if his involvement shades the truth for you, if it makes the truth less true, then you should look at yourself, not at the man. But what you're seeing today is a situation where, because we have lived these cycles, we can recognize where we are at. In 1993, by this time, they had turned Abiola's mandate into a Yoruba mandate. They had begun the process. And that was exactly what Tinubu and his cohorts have attempted to do. They've attempted to make the Peter Obi mandate an Igbo mandate, a Christian mandate. It's always been their case. They always find how to reduce popular mandates to narrow lines so that they might then talk about it as though it was not national in nature and it was only sectional. So that's what they've labored very hard to do with Peter Obi. The most obvious of the lies was to have attempted to target an Igbo mandate, conveniently forgetting that the same man won. I'm saying so full chest. He won in Nasarawa, he won in Taraba, he won in Plateau, he won in Benue. Are you getting me? He won significant votes in places where they would once upon a time have merely said the North voted this way, or the North this, the North that, subsuming human beings behind ethnic tags. But for once, Nigerians came together as one, and as they did in 1993, they are attempting to do now, divide the people along lines so that they might legitimize what they have stolen. But unfortunately for them, and fortunately for us, we have seen it before. It's not going to work this time around. We are not playing that ethnic game, and it's not about religion. They wanted it to be about religion from day one.
Mm.
Muslim ticket. The same people who wanted everything to be about religion are the ones turning around accusing others of religiosity. The same people who wanted it to be about ethnicity are the same ones turning around, branding it an ethnic. So when you've seen these cycles, you would understand very quickly that in reality, Peter Obi is Abiola in this cycle. Tinubu is Abacha.
Mm.
And that's dotted in Aso Rock that you call Buhari. That's Babangida, lame duck, complicit in evil, incapable of delivering on the promises of a nation. That's what you are saying. So we've seen this cycle before. We will not tire of telling the truth. If it means going into another cycle as we did in 93, we will. But the one thing that is clear, Nigeria cannot call itself a democracy and enthrone an electoral criminal as its president. It's not possible. This judicial system would have to decide whether it is truly the last hope of the poor man or whether it is part and parcel of the evil that Nigeria has been governed by for decades. It didn't begin with Buhari. It's always been there. But this is the most brazen it has ever been. And it will be entirely up to us to reject this or embrace it. You can count on me to reject this. This is not happening. It's not happening with my consent. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. If I'm the only person standing saying it won't happen, so be it. At least these people will record there was an insane one amongst them. Yes, there was an insane one.
It's better to be insane than to believe.
So the secret to becoming a millionaire is right under everyone's nose. Now, when you figure it out,
I was talking and I had you guys on mute. I am so sorry. I hope you guys heard me. I was saying greetings to everyone. Happy Sunday. Yiksha, hi, welcome. Good to have you. I hope you guys are not stressing about this week. Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Now they hear me. Atlantic, you say you know they hear me. You they hear me now. Oh, Coco Bioko. Are you guys hearing me now? Are you hearing me now? Okay, thank you, Yiksha. Welcome, Disconnect Enterprise. Welcome, oh, Mr. Pius. Welcome. Greetings to you. Happy Sunday. I hope una dey chillax for this weekend. Una know what's up, Disconnect Enterprise. How you dey now? Our area, how una dey? Happy Sunday. My village farm. It's good to have you all on board with me. So on this
Even
fine
if they would never
Sunday.
say those things.
Eh? Fine Sunday. Una welcome, una welcome. Una make una selves comfortable. I know too take for here, shall. Ma just give una heads up. I won't be long here at all. Okay. All right. Let's listen to this.
Even if they would never say those things.
In these days that artificial intelligence can be used to generate audio and video that mimics exactly someone's character, mannerism, and voice tone, we had to verify this audio that is making the rounds because it looks so unreal that a foreigner can have deep knowledge of Nigeria's political system. The man in question is Gregory Copley, the editor and publisher of Defense and Foreign Affairs. So it's obvious that Gregory has experience in foreign affairs and defense. In this picture, you can see him with General Guso, retired, Nigeria's former national security advisor during Obasanjo's administration. Now to the audio in question. We had to verify it, and it is an interview that CBS Eye on the World host, John Batchelor. That's him here. He had this interview with Gregory Copley. He also has a YouTube channel, but he hasn't published this interview yet. But he published it on his Twitter page. So the audio is verified. Gregory made shocking revelations about Tinubu, and he warned of dire consequences in Nigeria if the Supreme Court refuses to disqualify Tinubu based on many issues, certificate forgery, identity theft, and others. Gregory also said that the US authorities are already doing their part by accepting to release many information they have on him. So this is a real interview. It's not AI generated. Let's take a listen.
I'm John Batchelor with my good colleague Gregory Copley of Defense and Foreign Affairs, the editor and publisher. He's traveling. He's in London. We come now to the Nigerian election of 2022, concluded with the victory going to the man representing the establishment, Bola Tinubu. However, there is new information that raises questions a great deal, not only about Tinubu, but about the legitimacy, the trustworthiness, the credibility, the stability of the whole country because of questions raised at the election and misrepresentations. Gregory, what do we know about Tinubu? What do we know about his presentation to the people of Nigeria?
Well, firstly, we have to understand that Nigeria is this great bellwether for Africa. It's the largest population and the largest economy in Africa. It has moved very deliberately past an era of coups, which were intended to save democracy in many years past. And the military have not intervened this time and have indicated that they don't want to intervene. But the reality is that the Independent National Electoral Commission really showed that it was bought off by the outgoing administration in order to put their candidate, Bola Tinubu, in the front seat of the election. He won about a third of the votes.
The government is inflating away your retirement savings. Here's how to stop them. If you're over 55 years of age and have more than $25,000 in your retirement account, you must see this. I'm about to reveal
36% of the votes. He won a third of the states in Nigeria, but he failed to win something which was stipulated in the constitution. He had to win not only a given number of states, but also the federal capital territory around Abuja. He failed to win Abuja. Now, the logical outcome for the election commission would have been to call for a second round of voting between the top two candidates, Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu. That they didn't do. They just awarded the election to Tinubu. Now, that's well and good, and it was appealed to the elections court, which again ruled in favor of Tinubu, even though there was a prima facie case of that it violated the constitution. There are always questions about the bribing and corruption within the courts and within the election commission. But then we've now started to see greater attention being paid to the fact that forgery and fraud on his election application in sworn documents. This included a lot about his educational qualifications, which he clearly lied about, and included failed to disclose his criminal. As a result, what we've seen belatedly, as a result of a US attempt to have documents in the federal government of the United States released into the public domain. Now, in September, the FBI said it would start releasing 500 documents or 500 pages a month of its documents on Tinubu, out of 2,500 total pages of material that they have on him. The CIA, the State Department, the IRS, the Drug Enforcement Agency have also got a mass of data about Bola Tinubu's activities in the United States, and they too are preparing to release all this information. And what it's started is that Bola Tinubu has used many aliases along his career, including to gain an education or to gain claims of education. And he basically put pressure on Chicago State University not to release the transcriptions of anything to do with him, because they show that he used social security numbers in the United States, some of which were clearly borrowed or fraudulent. He clearly forged a number of documents. He borrowed another studies which were required educationally. So he's done a number of things, but he particularly was in the 1990s, and he basically pleaded no contest to that and escaped with a forfeiture of $460,000, which is coming out about him. So the appeal against the election outcome, after being rejected by the election court, is now getting ready to go to the Supreme Court of Nigeria. And that's going to be accompanied by all of this other information about Tinubu's forgeries, if Bola Tinubu is in fact his name, but he's lied on about literally every situation. It's to the point now where if the Supreme Court does not overturn this election, then there will be serious consequences. I've had it, and that's one of the reasons I'm in London speaking to a lot of my African correspondents who've come up to meet me, is that there will be consequences such as a move to impeach President Tinubu, starting either in the Senate or in the House of Representatives in Nigeria. But certainly there's cooperation among House and Senate people, the politicians there, to start not only an impeachment of the president to overturn the election, but also to start censuring or impeaching the Supreme Court if it fails to do its duty, and also, of course, to start prosecuting officials within INEC, the Independent National Election Commission, as well. So this starts to get very, very ugly. The military don't want to be back in government ever again. It's just too damaging to the country to restart the clock every time. But what you will see is an increase in public unrest. We'll see the government being unable to coordinate any compromises with its neighbours in ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States, in the fight against the jihadist movements such as Boko Haram and Islamic State West Africa and the like. So this is going to get really ugly really quickly and will further impact the Nigerian economy unless the Supreme Court does its duty. Now, I raised that being assaulted by the Tinubu State House with bribery offers and all manner of coercive measures. So the 7 justices who we now know have been chosen for this Supreme Court case really are up against a massive dilemma, whether they cave to corruption, which they may, or whether they bring the country into real chaos.
Has either the UK government or the US government commented? We've got 30 seconds.
No, they have not commented, but the fact that the US government is now caved completely and is releasing documents over 5 major agencies, starting with the FBI, is a statement in itself.
Gregory Copley, editor and publisher of Defense and Foreign Affairs. He's traveling. He's in London. The unfinished and deeply, deeply troubled election of 2022 in Nigeria, influencing all of Africa. Everybody watches very carefully what happens in Nigeria.
Ahead of time.
I am so sorry, guys. Oh boy, sorry. Oh, I apologize. So I was saying that I said I played that video. I brought that video back to be played because some people had reached out to me wanting to know the source of the video and all of that. And so this was one of the few findings that I made. That's why I brought it here so we can listen to it again. Because I know I played the video, the audio itself. I brought it here for you guys, for all of us to listen to. So I want to play some clips from Dele Farotimi's YouTube channel because the man is always standing on the path of truth and always speaking facts. So let's take a listen. I'm going to be skipping, if in between. So please excuse the skip. It's a long video. I can't play it all. So let's do this.
If you wouldn't even read books, go get Fela's collection and listen. Just listen. I didn't say he was raised as one of those who saw themselves as gods, because that is actually the actual and true interpretation and mind of man.
The audio is malfunctioning, you said? Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm sorry, my people. I don't know why the audio. Maybe it's his recording from his own end. Maybe it's his own recording from his own end because it's not from my end. I'm trying to see what's going on. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on, so I guess we won't play that video. Let me just take it out. Let's just talk for the remaining few minutes I have. Let me share my link. If you have any thoughts on this whole appeal that Agbado is putting forward, you have a few minutes to share it. Other than that, I'll just move. How is my audio? This is weird. Okay. Is my audio still skipping? I want to make sure of that. Is it still skipping? Disconnect. She said just disconnect. Just continue. Don't worry. Okay. Well, let's see. Let me try it again. Because I wanted us to listen to some of it. I think there's a connection, something going on here.
As accountable to the concept of the rulers being seen almost as gods by those who should be citizens but have become ourselves as slaves resonates with me when I see the frustrations that the conscious mind living in Nigeria and not accepting of slavery goes through when we behold the victims who should be foot soldiers in the revolution or in any war of liberation to free them, constantly being the ones recruited into the armies of the oppressors, mouthing platitudes and explaining evil. You see them, it's easy to brand them but idiots and worry dictators and what have you, but those are our brothers. And the reality of the matter is that until their own minds are free, we ourselves cannot be truly free. So when I see these anomalies, I struggle to understand why those who should rightly be referred to as the Moses generation, the ones who saw this country before it became, I'm not even talking about that wasteful, lost generation. Our fathers, when I say our fathers, if you're a 60s child or you were born in the early 70s, your fathers, my father, they're all failures collectively. Horrible lot, wasteful, most wasteful generation, and they're still hanging around, wasting everything, killing every evil. And then you're my generation and you've seen this country pretend to have a glorious past. That was your childhood. How can you be helping them to explain and normalize the evil that is being built in front of you? That is the Moses generation, and that Moses generation is most unthinking. Our fathers were wasteful.
I'm sorry, guys. That audio is not from you. This disjointed was all the audios I played prior. Was it skipping like this? Please, can someone tell me? Oh, I hope I didn't put it on mute. Okay. Was it because this particular video I think has a problem itself? You guys, let me know if the other videos were like that. But you guys didn't say anything about the other videos, so I want to take it that you guys were fine with that. It's okay now. Okay. Please, can you like the video? I beg. Oh, this one I managed come out today. I beg. Wanna encourage me. I beg. I beg. Wanna encourage me. Ẹ ṣàánú ajé. Please, you guys should increase the like. I know they forbid super chat too. Anyway, let's continue since the audio is fine.
My generation enough said on that. Drawing closer to the opening of service, Kolanat, be careful to share the yearly, share the link for tithe and offering so that we too can take tithe and offering. Right, that's just, I don't know, okay. And not, oh yeah, the second issue I should seg into before I start my should I? Yeah, I should actually, because I've noticed that in spite of my attempted explanations of the basis for my decision to be having this talks at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, a lot of people, particularly the church goers, have continued to demand to know why I would have this at this time. So let me tell you, multiple reasons. If I want to be nasty, I'll say it's because I think you're all, sorry, okay, I won't use that word. I think it's actually because I'm no longer really doing this for your convenience. It's about my convenience. I've written books, told you to download it for free. You lot won't read. And I realized that perhaps it might be a little easier if we just talk to ourselves. And the most convenient time for me to do this is Sunday morning. You understand? And you can always go online to watch it. So aside from the fact that whatever else I may or may not think of the Nigerian church, and I'm not condemning all, I think there are quite a few good men and women of God out there. I do not have the level of conceit required to begin to believe like, oh, this is the only person. I'm not the only person. There are multiple persons across the world within Nigeria who are still speaking the truth of God, and they will speak from the pulpit in church on Sunday morning. But for me, the vacuousness of our religiosity has made it difficult for me really to believe that, look, Sunday morning is convenient for me. It's not convenient for you, go to church. When you come back, enjoy watching the broadcast at your own convenience. But yeah, it's about my convenience. Let's just keep it at that. Now, oh yeah, one last one, because we still have a few more minutes. So I think it was early last week, I saw the letter from the National Broadcasting Commission flying around on the internet. And I was wondering exactly what that was all about, because my words might be unpleasant to those who hate the truth, but I am always careful to ensure that I am bridled by the truth. So even though you may not like the way I would say it, and sometimes I do that intentionally, I want to provoke you. When I say you, I want to provoke the Nigerian into normalizing demanding better of those who ruin the country whilst pretending to rule it. So I am deliberately provocative in my choice of words when I am answering some questions. But even in being deliberately provocative, I am rarely ever irresponsible with my words. Irresponsible would be to leave room for a system that is intent on killing the truth to have an opening by which to hold me. I'm not that stupid. I do not speak from my own intelligence. I speak strictly the truth that is placed in my mouth. So I was a little outraged and amused. I said that they should fish out the video for me, and I listened to my words again. And I realized that I wasn't saying anything close to what the National Broadcasting Commission presumed to put out as my words. And of course, because like I have said repeatedly in the past, Oromodie Kumaawodi, Iya Elumasha, the chick does not know the hawk. He has never met the hawk, know nothing of it. But his mother recognizes the raptors in the sky. I've been around for a while. I know when a country is descending into fascist dictatorship. And that is exactly what Nigeria has evolved into becoming. It is clear to me that with the coming into power of the president-elect of INEC, an attempt would, of course, have to be made to silence every dissenting voice. I welcome their attempts. It's a waste of time with me. As long as we have to pretend that we're in a democracy, I will not be silenced except by the truth. The truth will bridle my tongue and nothing more. You do what you think you need to do. I will do what I believe I need to do. So I have the loyal right to the NDC, and my position is very clear. I will not be silenced, and I will test the laws if the NDC should fail to retract the nonsense that it placed in the public space, presuming to label a dog a bad name so that it might hang it. Because that would be the only reason why a government institution would allow.
I'm sorry, guys. This audio, we can't go on with this audio like this. I'm sorry. It's very hard to, figure out exactly what he's saying. I get the part he was talking about the broadcast, when he went on Arise News and all of that, but there's just too many interruptions going on. So we will have to do without the video for now. Let me see. But those are the only two videos I wanted to bring here so we can talk about. But let's see. I found one when I was looking through. Let me see here. So people just know, one thing I have to say is that we cannot be silent in the face of this evil that's going on. We have to keep pushing. Is it hard? Yes. Does it get overwhelming sometimes? I can tell you for free. It can be very overwhelming. It is overwhelming. But take the break you need, but we must continue to push forward because they're banking on the fact that Nigerians are going to get tired and people are going to lose interest and then they will all just retire into their different holes. Don't be fooled. Keep talking. Keep this talk, they affect them. Trust me. Minds are opening, people are awakening every day. See, when everybody don dey chop shege enough, the back-to-back shege wey people dey collect for Nigeria now, dem no dey tell person. Did you guys see? Let me share a video that I found. Una wait, ma share video with una. I laugh, I say wow. The shege is here. Let me show you. Every day, the new shege, people are becoming obedient by force. They're not a tell person. Hey, that is say when we dey shout for here, they say make una vote to no road. That is say na ourselves we dey do. We don't know wetin we dey talk. See, and now e don reach ground. Everybody don dey chop am now. Turn by turn, everybody dey chop am. People when they make mouths, they talk anyhow. They can't even talk again now. Their voice don't go silent. Because who they want go meet now? They were there saying, yes, Awalo come. It is my turn. Everybody shouting, all of them. All the 8 million people they thought they vote for them. Yeah, I see they wait to see the 8 million people now. And they wait. I'll share this video with you now. Things are happening. Let me go back here.
They fit go church. That's true. On Sunday, they fit go church. Go church. Like, hey, look at you. If you come now, sir, you don't do it all like this, just come out. When the airports call airport people, we do airports, they never come up. When the airports people wait for airport, my plane don't land. But they never open door for Lagos airport. The place where they come from, the airport don't they walk. Plane don't take off, don't land. But for Lagos airport, we there outside. I tell you now, no coordination. That's what it is. No coordination. With immediate effect. Move to new airport. Like with this. Move to new airport. Don't like me beg those Nigerians waiting for. She na fan, I been waiting who they control the airport. I been a naka. Then I tell them, the people travel all the way coming to the country, land in Lagos, they're stuck outside the airport. Door is not open. This is the
Knock for the door.
the problem with the knocking is that the hall long. Nobody don't go past the glass.
Around there, then drop off.
Oh joy, because if not wrong gate to the missile. Because white driver no go know where he go. Oh, with the Osho the boss. With the Osho the boss. We take God carry us. Do right. Now it's getting very hot and stuffy. So we here at the air, we don't deplane from airport, but they never open door of airport.
Airports, help. Airports beg them so that we can come home. We're laughing,
Beg them.
I beg. They beg, go now, open door. We dey go church.
Please, we're begging you
Now they
guys.
church, no, bring you.
Open the doors. They were to evacuate us from Nigeria.
I swear. We know how. We know how. I know how to. No, that's not rude. No, that's not rude.
Okay, so basically, you guys get the gist. They fly enter Nigerian airports, right? I think they were coming from Accra or something like that. They landed. To enter airport now, na wahala. The person wey hold key, don't go church. I don't know. That's what I'm just going by what they said in the video. The hold key never opened door for them. I'm telling you, this is how messed up. You don't even go airport for this country where you see say airport they lock everywhere. Eh? Airport when they say Lagos airport when they busy, every people are traveling every hour. Eh? If not more, a whole airport is locked and nobody is there to open for people that are just landing. Make that make sense. Nigeria is gone. It's over. I'm telling you, make we just break. I don't talk am. The thing need to crash. Make we build them back up again. Because when we get so omo, now one chance. You don't enter one chance, you don't sink, enter ocean. I'm telling you, every day they just dey thief money, just dey use na big bags. Na dey take dey thief money for Nigeria. Big bags. Every day you go dey hear, see the make I even play that video. Shoo. Hey, I be don forget something for here. See am na. Can play this video for you.
yesterday I talked about Kano State and the fact that they were doing this wedding ceremony. The news, this thing that at that time was about 300 couples, but I think some other news outlets are saying they're even up to 1,700. So maybe those 300 were that they all occurred in all the 44 local governments. So that 300 might have.
So let me just read it out. I'm sure some of you have
So
seen it
that
already,
300.
right? Kano State, right, officiated a mass wedding ceremony for 1,800 couples. It was funded by the state government. Most of the beneficiaries are primarily widows and divorcees. Additionally, that's what they claimed, okay, that they are widows and divorcees. Additionally, the state government paid almost $50,000 in dowry on behalf of each groom to their bride. Okokobioko. You know how much they take do this whole thing? 850 something million in total. Then they take do this nonsense when they do so. No, we listen.
There might have been just one local government or the one that happened in Kano, Kano City. I'm going to drop the link to that video inside the not comment section. I always call it comment section, not the comment section. Inside the description, I'm going to put that video, inshallah. So now what we are seeing here, let me just do that. That Senate begins hearing of bill to fine Nigerians 50,000 naira for failing to send children to school. So I hopefully it's Kano State government going to be fined because the mass wedding that they are doing that they use 850 million naira to do, definitely they're going to produce children. And the people who are not, who didn't even have money to pay for their own wedding and get married, dowry and all of that, are they going to have money to take care of their children, the children that will come out of this union? And one of the things that I said earlier was the fact that Kano State government should have found a way to give enabling environment for these people to thrive and be able to earn their own money and take marry wives or husbands or whatever it is that they want to do before having children. So this 50,000 naira now, who is going to pay this 50,000 naira? It's one thing to talk about laws. It's also looking at the laws and the reality of the laws. How many people who have 50,000 naira to pay as fine really don't have their children in school?
Exactly.
Most of the people who don't have their children in school are actually people who don't have money.
Yep.
Although there are few people, yes, I do agree that actually have money, but out of stubbornness will not send their children to school. But most of the people is out of poverty, and some of them there are no schools, they can't pay the school fees are there, even though they say it's free, but you still have to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this uniform, pay for that. And people don't have this money. So what is the government doing to ensure that there is already an environment where people can actually attend school? You can't just come and say that, oh, you're going to find people 50,000. 50,000 naira is more than the minimum wage, right? Minimum wage is about 30,000 naira. So that's almost 2,000, 2 months salary. That's almost 2 months salary. How many people can even send their children with the monies that they have? Well, so if they don't have this money, what happen? What then happens? I would have thought instead of all of these palliatives, whatever that government keep trying to do, is to say how do we ensure that we begin to bridge this education gap that we have, literacy gap and all of that, because we really have a lot of our citizens who are not educated. Even those who are in school, they are not getting uh, good quality education. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, access to good quality education is dependent on the economic status of one's family. So if you're born rich, then you're more likely to have good quality education. And if you're born poor, you're more likely not to have good quality education, irrespective of how brilliant you are. Even if you're a genius, if you're born poor, you might either not get that education or not, or even when you get to school, you don't get good quality education. And that affects one because the real learning actually is early years of learning. That's where the real learning takes place. Nursery, primary, secondary school. That's where the real learning takes place, not the university, because basically university is for specialization. The real learning is actually in those formative years up to the secondary school, and that's when you find out that people don't get that good quality education. So what has government put together to ensure that people have access, good quality education, they have access to all of this? So instead of all of some of these palliatives that go on, have we looked at a situation where they say, okay, certain children from certain families, first of all, you ensure they're able to get good quality education, ensure when they get to school, even if it means doing this conditional transfer, cash transfer, they do. Why don't you attach it to children? So if your children are coming to school and they meet up to 80 to 90% attendance, you're going to give them, is it 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 per child? That in a way can encourage people to actually send their children to school, especially those who already don't send their children to school. Those, because most of the people who don't send their children to school are actually people from the poor families, and the easiest way to break the shackles of poverty is actually through education. And as long as you deny people that right to that education, we're going to have more and more population of people who are uneducated. And when people are not educated, it becomes a burden for the nation. But hey, our National Assembly and everything, they're just sitting down there, always passing their laws and everything. Meanwhile, I think I saw another news report where they said they have broadcast, whether it's the House of Rep members. I'll check it more. If I'm able to confirm, see that and see what that is all about. I will do a video about that, inshallah. But in the meantime, I think we should be pragmatic even in the laws that we make in this country. Thank you. Bye bye.
That I found that very disturbing. Hmm. Welcome, Mr. One Love. Thank you very much for coming. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you, Omoye, and to everybody in the panel. I greet
What?
all of you
The
now.
real
Yes, so I greet you. I greet you too. Happy Sunday. Oh.
Agbado
I
wants to
found.
challenge everything.
Go ahead.
I said Agbado wants to challenge everything in court.
You know, see, I'm saying they tackle he tackle Atiku. Say Atiku use false name too.
Imagine. But at least we knew if Atiku and Nigerians, thank God to David Undeyi, if he hadn't found out what was going on, he would have not come out and say, "Oh, my people have been using first name for many years." You know, the guy is a
Exactly.
criminal, and it's very sad that people still defend him. They don't have any defense to stand on, but they just try to twist things around. Just because of money. Instead of you to go out there and say the truth, look, we know this guy made a blunder. He's not supposed to be there because he broke the constitution or he's against the law. But people will still try to go on TV. And sadly enough, our country is captured, and the journalists cannot say anything. And they still let them come to the TV and make stupid remarks and make stupid comments that are totally false. Everybody read that deposition, and you will see people still coming on air and telling us, "Oh, there is a third party." Third party what? I don't even see where they mention third party there. You know. But again, they are implicating themselves. If you said you got it from a third party, according to the university's protocol and regulations, you are not supposed to go to a third party to get a certificate. You're supposed to go straight to the university's website,
Mm-hmm.
to get your a replacement for certificate. But he never applied for anything. The university said they don't have any record of him applying for a replacement certificate because this guy apparently he didn't attend the school. The social security number is linked to a woman who probably attended or maybe might not have not even completed a degree from that institution, but he has been parading that record as his from University of Chicago to now in Chicago State University. He's just all over the place. We don't know who this guy is because of his fraudulent activities. Up to the point now where Nigeria has become like I don't know, like anywhere you mention Nigerian name now is like I don't know, it's like you're an outcast or something. People are just double checking everything that you're submitting. I don't know. They have to do something about this. If they don't, then we just. I think if they don't nullify this guy's election, I'm not even going to appear on any platform for One Nigeria anymore. We just have to. All I'm going to be fighting for is how we're going to separate on our separate ways because this is not working.
I have
Yeah,
already given up on that one, Nigeria.
yeah, this is not
I
working
have already,
because
after this whole sham with the
yeah,
tribunal and watching what was going on, I was done. I was like, what am I even saying? I
yeah,
already gave up on one Nigeria after when they stole that election in March. When they woke this man up at 3 a.m. they saw him in. I said, we don't have one Nigeria. What are we
yeah,
talking about? My
It's not
concern
working.
now is, sorry, I'm gonna just say this and then I'll let you have the floor.
Oh,
Is
sure.
I wish the southern leaders, because the southern leaders don't have sense. They are the dumbest people that I know. The only person that is working right now for the efficiency, for the good of his people is Governor Oti. If all the southern leaders can come together, they don't have to like each other, because this is an emergency right now, and just start to put things in place to work for the good of their own. Omo, it will be game over, because it's only the south that really has been agitating for the longest in Nigeria. Think about it for a moment. The south, from Ogoni people to the Bayelsa people to the our brothers and sisters from the east. Then Edo people were always like, when we talk our own, we don't make noise. Anything we want, na we dey get. We dey try to do that one. But if we can come together and unify, my people, because the South is abandoned. There's nothing happening in the South. And where all the wealth is coming from, they don't even pay attention to it. You can go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, that's the thing. The South has always been abandoned, like right from even before independence and all that, up
Mm-hmm.
to today. Everything is just done based on religion, tribalism, and even look at the guy's cabinet. It's either you are Yoruba or you are not getting any position from me, or you are even. I mean, then you start cutting it down to you're either from my cycle or from the people who are a part of my court or something like that. That's the only way you are going to get something from me. The Yorubas in Oshun or other states are complaining too that, just look at the whole mess that is going on. People are not in position because of their intellect, because of what they know and what they can do. It's basically because of I am this tribe, I am part of this religion, I am part of this organization, I am part of this secret society, I am part of this, I am part of that. And we expect to move forward as a black nation. I don't think that's going to happen. The most intelligent among us are driven down to the drain. They've been packed to one corner because they don't know anybody or because they are not part of any kind of society,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And year in year out, 2019 is better than 2023. I'm sure this year will be better than next year. Next year will be better than 2025. This is just a country going backward. Since the British left, we have not been able to achieve anything. Literally nothing. We have not been able to achieve anything on our own because we've been electing useless leaders, people who don't know what they are doing. This is a guy who forged a certificate right from primary school. Secondary school came out and denied him and said he never went to our school. You know, he pretended to have graduated from University of Chicago, Illinois, and unfortunately, because they caught him, he regressed from that and decided to stick with Chicago State University because one Oluwole told him, "Hey, don't worry. There's one person's ID that I can use that actually probably tried to attend Chicago State University. The person has the same name as A. We don't know what the A stands for, but we can just copy that thing and give it to you." That was how he went to online, and they made him a fake certificate and came out and he said he went to Chicago State University when he never even stepped his foot in that institution. Imagine. Now, if everything you said was true at Chatham House, you went to order a replacement certificate from your institution. Why are you fighting tooth and nail? From revealing everything about your educational background. You hired lawyers in the US with thousands of dollars to fight Chicago State University from releasing the academic record. Someone who actually graduated from that school, why would you be hiring lawyers to fight the release of your academic record? That's kind of why people should be asking questions from.
Exactly.
If I actually went to California State University, for example, and I graduated in 1950 or say 2001, why would I be fighting hiring lawyers? Because I know it's going to cost me to hire lawyers and to prevent the school from releasing my record. Even if I graduated with 2.5 GPA, as far as I know that I actually graduated from the school, I would be glad for the school to release my academic record that yes, I actually graduated from
Absolutely.
this school. And I went to this school. I spent 4 years or 5 years there, and I came out with the bachelor degree in something. But you are fighting, hiring lawyers to prevent them from releasing your academic record. And you are out there at the same time boasting that you graduated with honors. At the end of the day, we find out that the person's social security number is not even your social security number. Everything has been forged from day one. And instead of you to come out and apologize to Nigerians and just resign peacefully, you are telling us that you are going to truncate the constitution and behave like even worse than Abacha that you criticized from the beginning. This is crazy, you know.
It is
I remember,
crazy. Go ahead.
I remember back in those days, they used to tell us, "Oh, military is terrible. Abacha was this, Abacha was that, Babangida was this. All these military men were blah 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 blah." Now, who is more archaic and who is more militarized now? I think we just have group of guys who are in Agbada uniform. They're pretending to be in democracy, but they are not. You know, they are just controlling our people from what they are not supposed to do. Election was fraudulent. Certificate was fraudulent. Primary school fraudulent. Everything about you fraudulent. And you still have the guts to come out and tell us that the appeal to Supreme Court should be dismissed. Imagine, you know. I'm just my only fear is that because he has bought the Supreme Court, whether you like it or not, they are not going to agree. Just like what they did for the tribunal for the election petition, he paid all of them. He has definitely paid all the 7 Supreme Court justices. I'm not going to be surprised when the judgment comes out tomorrow and they say, "Oh, this is pre-election matter. This is this. This is that," and they might even be yelling on top of their lungs in the courtroom and dismissing all these cases because he paid them and he have them all of them in their pocket. They don't care about truncating our constitution. They don't care about that. They just care about getting money from this guy and let him do what he wants to do. So I'm just waiting after this whole thing, which I kind of know where it's going to go because he already paid all of them. We just have to keep fighting for a separate country because Nigeria is not working. That green passport needs to go, however they are going to do it. Because right now that green passport is a stain. I don't need. In fact, I don't even know where mine is, and I don't even want to look for it anymore because it's just not. That is not a country to be proud of. After this whole incident that happened, they can have it to themselves, kiss it to themselves, or whatever they want to do with it. But we have to find a separate country because that is not working at all.
Exactly. Me personally, I've given up on one Nigeria because it's a sham. We don't have one Nigeria. Let's not even deceive ourselves. We don't. The only reason why I fully supported Peter Obi was because there will be conversations and everybody will be recognized. All
Oh
the
yeah,
tribes.
they know he was going to do something like that. Like they know
Exactly.
he was going to go down to the lowest common denominator to the point whereby every person in the country is well represented. That's why they were preventing him from day one from getting in there. Because once he gets in there, all this money that they are look at it. I mean, you are running a government that is not even what is not even done in the West. Even the UK, the number of people in the UK House of Parliament, and even down to the Prime Minister's office, combined with President Biden's White House, it's not even up to how many people this guy has in his government. He's hiring, special advisor to this, special advisor to that, and these people are being paid, wasting resources a day in and day out. It's a sham, you know. It's very sad.
It is sad because I mean, there's no hope. The way Nigeria is right now, it's gone. Forget it. My own thing is I wish the southern, because let me tell you the truth is that you see all these so-called people that are looting the country of every resource that is in that country, they have bosses too that they report to. Those bosses are the ones who choose them to be in the position that they're in, okay, and give them all the money they need when they need it, because other trust and believe that money that's been looted is going to some of their bosses, and their bosses are telling them for as long as Nigeria, we've never been freed. Let's just call it what it is. Nigeria has been a slave nation for a long time. It has never ever been. Forget the 1960s. You know what they did for 1960? This is what they did. They say, you know what? Let's give them some semblance of freedom. Let make them feel like they own it. But behind the scenes, they're in control. If anybody does not align with whatever it is they want to do, no access to the resources, guess what? They'll take that person down. How many of our leaders, they don't even give them the light of day. They will quickly snuff them out quickly. So this is all a big game. It's just because more people are awake now, and thank God for social media. That is why you see it's almost like their hands are being tied to a certain extent, but not like it's fully tied because trust and believe they are collecting. They're still doing business as usual. I don't know anybody who saw the video of Nuhu Ribadu. Let me play that video. Let me bring it here. That video, anytime I look at it, I cry, I weep in my heart. I'm like, this is what we have.
Oh,
This is where we are.
yeah. And I listened to one audio that you played today. I don't know that man that was talking. Is that a US person that was speaking? I think he said he was going to
Yeah,
the UK or something.
yeah. He's in the UK.
Oh, so
He's
he,
in the
he was
UK.
talking. He was talking about the Nigerian
Yes, he
House
was
Senate.
talking about the Nigeria. Yes, absolutely.
But the issue is, are the Senate, are they going to do anything? The problem is, he
They're
already,
not. They're
those,
being paid.
those people are
They're
scared
not
of
gonna do
him. He paid all
anything.
of them already. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's the problem. They're not gonna do anything. Their pockets are lined. They're not gonna do anything. You know that. These people don't care. That's what I'm saying. They are there to
Even
collect
the
their
even the
own.
even the Labour Party guys that are there, they are not. I've not even heard them make any statement or anything about what they should be. They should be bringing a motion forward on how to impeach this guy or something. I don't know.
They ought to be making a lot of noise.
Yeah,
Nothing. Everything is all the well-meaning Nigerians. Thank God for well-meaning Nigerians and obedience. We are the ones. See people on Twitter. Look at everyone on social media. It's the people that want the good of Nigeria that are really, really holding these people accountable. Labour Party is just quiet. I don't understand. Me, I'm not even worried about Labour Party right now because all I care about is we are the ones that need to deliver that country at the end of the day. I'm telling you, we are the ones. It's not Labour Party, it's not a few people in Labour Party, it's not Peter Obi don do wetin he go fit do, and he continues to do. Now we the people go decide say omo is enough. So I was reading somewhere on Twitter, so even for night DSS just burst enter the boy grandmama house. Thank God say im dey house, they just break the woman door down, enter inside. When they come enter see say na woman na im dey, they come comot go enter the next door neighbor, break down. I mean, it is impunity now in Nigeria. Impunity. People are just doing and getting away with all manner of dark things in Nigeria. Nobody is doing anything. How many days for here, for which state now for the west, when dem just go kidnap people, kidnap their pastor join. University, one university for north, whether na Nasarawa or wherever dem say e dey, na so dem just go there, pack the graduates from there, women. Tell me. And dis northern people have governors, they have leaders. To tell you say it is the rich against the poor. Look at them. Instead of them to think of how to educate their people and get them out of poverty, wetin dem dey do? Dem dey give them, dem dey sponsor their wedding for them. People wey no get job,
but
people wey no
they
get
look
work, wey
for
no get anything, then dem come meet them, come dey beg them for small small plate.
they look for population for to rig election now.
Exactly. Those ones were born and they'll come add am to the number of people wey dem want take rig election. That's what
Yeah,
they're doing.
even 10 years old will line up and be operating.
Exactly. Isn't that what they do in the north? Did we not see it in this election? They were using young people, and they were even bringing people from outside of Nigeria to come and rig the election. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. The southern leaders are the dumbest of all, if you ask me. Because any common sense, if to say dem no be only their throat that they think about, greed wan finish their life, and you will never see, with all the money they steal, you don't see you don't see it in them, nothing, no impact, zero, nothing. If the southern leaders can come together and say, you know what, let's just begin to do our own, omo, the separation go come naturally. Because when you take care of your own and you do what you gotta do, omo, forget. You'll be ready for anything, but no, they are busy licking asses. Look at Wike, for instance. That one has become somebody, he's become a non-entity in heaven and on earth. All the people that have committed atrocities in Nigeria, what's the other one? The former River State governor, when he don turn to gospel singer. Wetin be him name? Amechi. Imagine the likes of those people, Ibori, all of them. Those people are still around. It is crazy. Oh, we can't be quiet. This is all we've got. Now, noise now we get right now. Thank God for social media, because I'm telling you, what they were trying to guard the media. Look at what Nigeria has been doing. Look at what Nigerians are doing. Well-meaning Nigerians are obedient. Even with BBC that printed an inaccurate information about this whole Tinubu certificate. If you see as Nigerians still enter them, Nigerians file petition, call out BBC. That is the power. This is the power belongs to the people. It is now we are understanding that, and I'm hoping that more people. We don't even need everyone in Nigeria to be on board. That's just the truth. If we can get 10% of the people to be awake and understand that they are being cheated out of their rights, because what they're doing, okay, imagine this guy in Imo State, I don't know his name now, that was saying that when he becomes governor, he will send 4,000 of his youth, of his able-bodied young people thriving, that you should educate and impact and give the necessary tools to be able to perform for your state. You want to send them out. You say you go send them, you will give all the 4,000 of them opportunity to go and study in Europe. Are you crazy? Are you kidding me? I never see any country where they gladly they give up their youth. I never see papa when go born children go say no, I no make outsider go train am for me. Although it dey happen, but it's happening on a larger scale now. It is maddening that that man could fix his lips to say that out of his mouth, and everybody's quiet. What do you want? They want to make the land, Nigeria, so uncomfortable for the people because of a few people that are greedy, billionaires, so-called elites that want to come and take people's lands and possess it. That is what this is all about. So the more they can drive you out of your land, the better. A lot of us are now beginning to understand that it's been a scam. We're born into a scam. We are growing in a scam. If we don't wake up and take down this hegemony, omo, it will be the now everybody go collect. Everybody. Now the silence of the ones wey dey suppose do better when they no dey do, na im be the worst of all. Look at the so-called GOs. Israeli Palestinian war, dem dey chook mouth put like say their papa na Israeli, their mama na Palestinian. Meanwhile, on both sides, none of them care about you. They don't give a hoot about you. When they dey slaughter people every day for Nigeria, how many of them come out talk say no, stop this thing that you are doing to our people? How many of them? They don't care about you. Una dey carry the people for head, dey fight people fight when you know una no know how they take come about. Oh, that one na topic of another day. I no dey follow them. Me, I no dey discuss all those issues because omo, na the one wey concern me na I dey do so. To your tent, O Israel, as they say. Everybody answer their father's name. We get problem for our own country. We never fit fix am. Your governors, your representatives, they gulp money for your front. Then they use am carry drone, gorodon, they gulp am. You never fit do anything. Na the one wey dey far far away, people wey no care about you. Abeg let me bring this life to an end. I don try today. One love, if you have anything to add, please let's add it so I can go about my merry way. Say it's Sunday today. Esther says fraudulence everywhere. God Almighty deliver. My sister. Well, now our mouth to go take deliver ourselves and action. All those ones, all those prayers no go, e no dey work. Because if to say they work, my sister, Nigeria for don dey delivered by now with all the 40-day fasting, 365 days a year, everything, all the deliverance, all the whatever. We need to deliver ourselves. Nobody is coming to help us. Prayers no dey work, forget that thing. All those prayers wey people don dey pray since 19 kò sí kankan. Well, instead it's getting worse. You no hear wetin one love talk na, last year was better than this year. Shebi when Buhari dey, people dey say Buhari, see am now, we never enter, we never go anywhere oo, we are still in the new year. Oh my God. Well, my people, it's been real. Thank you very much. Let's just leave it here. Thank you so much, Esther. I appreciate you. Hey, CKP, good morning. You're just coming in. Sorry, I have to catch this on replay. The Connect, thank you so much for joining. Highly favored, Mr. Pius, I appreciate you guys. Atlantic, thank you. Yiksha, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Take it easy, take a chill pill. Another week is coming. Relax yourself well, okay? But please, lastly, don't forget, don't sit on the fence. You see this matter when they go on, it affects you. No matter where you are in the world, you're a Nigerian, in your DNA, there's nothing you can do about it. There's no amount of water you can use to wash it away. This fight concerns you. So chook your mouth put. Keep your voices elevated. Now we go deliver ourselves. Nobody, we don't have friends. In case you are not aware, news flash, we do not have friends. Okay? So this is a big fight. We're all in it together. Add your voice, do your own. Everybody get part to play. Everybody get role to play for this one. Nobody no pass. Nobody only pass. When you fit add your voice, add your voice. Na so e reach. Abeg mo na me like the video as una dey come out o. Thank you very much. I appreciate o. I will see you guys on my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.